do is set up the week's vlog in terms of what the hell are you watching here? One thing I've been struggling with the vlog is just how do these daily shorts make sense in the context of a weekly compilation? And I like the mix of, okay, let me document my creative work. Let me scrapbook parts of my day. Let me get in some creative practice. Let me also reflect on whatever is going on in my life or in my mind. But I feel like I want there to be something of a theme running across all the different videos. Let's see how this goes. So client video, I need to do vertical cuts, 9x16 cuts for each of the ads. And this is where it's been really helpful for these vlogs that I shoot them horizontally, but also cut them vertically to post. Because then I have kind of a feel for how to shoot horizontally while still accounting for like what the vertical cuts would be. And then also, what are the transforms I can do in edit to make the shots work? But it's not even just gimmicks like that. It's also, there's a different editing style. Like in some cases, it requires shorter cuts or kind of more frequent cuts. In other cases, I actually need to hold on a shot longer than I would for the horizontal version. But overall, it's good practice. The tricky part about this whole snapshots of my day idea is much of my day doesn't even feel snapshotable. Like today I just have errands to run, which I don't really feel like filming. But I had a little window right now where I figured, let me stop at the park, it's nice out, and just get a shot before getting back to the client project and running errands. All right. Driving along the coast, and I look out and there's dolphins just jumping out of the water. So Andrea knows like the meaning of different animals, like if you see a dolphin, what it means. I'm pretty sure she said that dolphins are like a message to have fun, and even though I'm on vacation this week, I'm not exactly having fun so far. So I guess that was a reminder to me of make sure I have fun while I got this time off. Alright, as nice as it would have been to sit there. One, it's getting cold. Two, I do need to work on this client video today. Thing you can never really account for when it comes to editing is the editing that you do away from the computer. Case in point, with one of the ads, I was struggling with the opening. It just felt like the original opening I had in mind of opening on the main character wasn't really working, especially for the vertical version because you don't get to see the whole scene. And so I was just messing around and brought in some insert shots that I had filmed just because I thought it'd be funny if the therapist character was playing tic-tac-toe. Put those over the main character's audio, and now I feel like this whole sequence works. And I think a big reason why I came up with this idea is when I was out and about running errands, I was thinking about these ads and like, what is it that doesn't work about this one in particular? And I kept coming back to that opening shot. And then sitting here with Cal, who's my assistant editor, I figured, let me see if these insert shots of the tic-tac-toe that I hadn't included otherwise could work at the start, because it also helps to introduce the therapist character. And they do. So, thank you, Cal. Technically, I could get away with just ending the ads when the skits end, but I feel like I should at least have the option of some sort of outro. I just took a business card that the client had sent to me, broke it up into its individual assets so that I could animate the logo drawing on, and then just do some light animation for the slogan of the campaign. And once that was done, I had to find some music that would, well, that would go under the animation, because it'd be weird if it was just dead air. The thing I'm learning about trying to build this habit of just capturing snapshots throughout my day is my days are pretty boring and not all that visually interesting. But that's created an interesting challenge. How do I make the mundane a bit more interesting? So what I played around with tonight was just taking this little light that I got and putting it in spots just to create a little more light and ambience to make it seem like moonlight coming in and just to lift the exposure a little bit. It's still just a sequence of me washing my hands after bringing in the trash cans, but it looks better than it would have if I just shot it raw. And I think is more in line with the types of videos I want to be making. Where like, yes, they're very slice of lifey, but there's a certain production value to them, hopefully. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Yeah. So earlier this week, I set a goal for myself to develop the habit of capturing snapshots throughout my day. And I failed almost immediately. But it's only a failure if I don't learn from it. And the big thing that I learned is, okay, my everyday isn't all that interesting, but that doesn't mean I can't use it as the basis for an interesting vlog. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, how I'm thinking about it is, what if the challenge is taking some small part of my day and figuring out how I can film it in a way that makes it more interesting? Like if I were to film it for a client video or a work skit. How could I light it? Could I use it as the basis for some sort of CG or visual effect? Can I incorporate animation? Can I just stylize my life somehow? Case in point, this shot. I actually have a light lighting me, just to throw a little bit of color in here. It's just this little light. I did the same thing on the couch yesterday with Buddy. It was just like quiet morning and I figured, oh, this could be a nice little montage to put together. But the room felt too underexposed, so I took this same light, set it to I think 70% intensity, 7,000 Kelvin, and just put it in the corner of the room to like bounce off the white walls, just to create a little bit of ambience, just to lift the exposure in the room just a little bit. And so things like that, where I'm able to get in some filmmaking practice while ostensibly vlogging. And I think that excites me more than trying to document as much of my day as I can and find some story in it in the end. I think it works for some people. For me, it's just really tiring and discouraging at some point when I realize, oh, most of my day is just sitting at the computer in my office. Whereas a little video like this of me just talking and stitching together this sequence as I go was a lot of fun. So I think I want to try to keep it up. At least for now.